Hey guys, I just want to talk to you about pollution for a little bit. I know you went over that pretty recently in class and you did your own little projects on it. Now I want to do my own little project on it and do this video for you, and then I'll take some questions when it's over and all that good stuff. What we can do to prevent pollution, or at least, start to reduce it, why we have pollution, why we are, you know, doing it, what causes it, what we can even do to help out. So let's get into it. First of all, trees getting cut down is a huge contributing factor to pollution. I know you don't really think about it as pollution, but every time we cut down trees, it's not good. We think about dirty air a lot when it comes to trees. So we breathe out carbon dioxide, and trees breathe it in, but then trees breathe out oxygen, which we breathe in. So it's kind of this really nice coexisting friendship we got going on with them, in the sense that they help us out, we help them out, stuff like that. So we need to kind of at least slow down cutting all the trees down and whatnot, because we lose around 3.5 billion trees every year. Every single year we lose about 3.5 billion trees. That's a lot of trees. That's like, think about your friends. Let's say half of your class every single year moved away. They moved, I don't know, Idaho. It doesn't really matter. But they're not here anymore. They're gone. And you don't get to talk to them anymore because they moved away, they're gone. It doesn't really matter why. But half of your friends, half of your class, half of your whole school is just gone every single year. And it's a lot of people that are just going away. And we're doing the same thing to trees, though, without them wanting to. Obviously, the trees want to live, but we're just cutting them down because we can, because we're selfish and we don't really care. So that's one thing that's really, really bad, because by cutting down trees, we kind of hurt ourselves because of the whole dirty air thing. So you don't want to breathe in dirty air because it's not good for you. It makes you sick. And it's kind of icky. I don't like being sick, so I don't want that. We need to stop that. Another big thing is the habitat loss of when we cut down trees. So like animals, they lose their homes when we cut down trees. You don't really see it because you don't watch it on the news, people cutting down trees and there's a bird in the tree as they're cutting it down. No, but it could be a squirrel's tree or a bird's tree or whatever. And we're just cutting it down because we want to. It's not even that we have to, it's that we want to. And that's really selfish of us because it could be the shelter for a jaguar. I don't really know. But all of the animals that live in rainforests and jungles and under trees or in trees get killed or hurt from us cutting them down. So that's not good. We need to stop doing that. In fact, a big corporation called the NRDC, which deals a lot with environment and stuff like that, they said that 85% of the animals on the endangered list are all endangered because of us cutting down trees or because of us taking away their homes, which is there's a lot of endangered species, and the fact that we contribute to over half by a lot, that's too much. We need to stop doing that. That's not good. It's not good. So that's one thing. That's a big thing that we need to kind of cut down on. Another really, really big thing is water pollution. We put toxic substances into the water, into lakes and rivers and oceans and all of that, and it's not good for the environment. Again, it's not good for the animals in the water. It even affects us every day. So obviously, it affects like the animals in the ocean, the plants in the ocean, all of that, because um, there's tons of plastic in the ocean right now. There's tons of oil in the ocean right now, and it's not good for it. It's not good for the animals because not only do they try to eat the plastic or they try to breathe in the water because of how they breathe with oil in it. That's not good for their lungs and whatnot. But more than that, the plastic is just it's in their way. They try to eat it or they have to swim through plastic and it could like get around their gills or something or choke them. It's not good. Imagine if you had plastic just all over your house, just everywhere you went. There was plastic trash everywhere. Um, and you had to walk through it to get to the kitchen. That's garbage. That's not fair. There's a reason we throw away plastic. It's because it's ugly to look at. It's annoying to be around. So we throw it away. And then when the trash man comes to pick it up, he has to throw it away somewhere. So he takes it to the dump or to the wherever. And then the dump eventually has to dispose of it because they need more room for more trash. So we dump it into the ocean. And now it's the fish's problem. We don't care. We shouldn't do that. That's not good. And so I would like to help the environment. We need to stop doing that. It's not good. Another big thing is the amount of plastic. It's a lot. We dispose of 8 million metric tons of plastic into the ocean every single year. 8 metric tons, I don't even know how to describe it. It's like, think of the biggest building you can think of, and it probably fills up more than that. It's crazy. It's crazy. The other thing is just the quantity. It's not even the weight or whatever. It's the quantity of plastic bottles, of plastic, the rings that hold soda cans together. All of it's just not good. It's not good at all. We drink and throw away as many water bottles as if you were to line them up, they would go all the way around the earth twice, every single year. And to even put that into like a description like that, it's kind of insane to me, just because that's so many water bottles. So let's just stop using them. Let's stop using water bottles. And then the reason it really affects us as humans, with the whole plastic and polluting the ocean, is the toxic substances get into the water, and we get our water from the ocean or from the rivers or the reservoirs or wherever. And the thing is, if we're polluting those things and they get into our soil, that could pollute and poison the crops that we make, the food. So if we're doing that to ourselves, to our own crops, we are now making food that we can't even eat. It kind of just defeats the purpose of clearing all that land to make the food and throwing everything away, because now we just can't even eat the food that we're growing. So that's kind of stupid. We're hurting ourselves there. We're hurting ourselves with the trees that we're cutting down, and we need to stop. We need to stop it. And there are some things that we can do, even as small of a group as our classroom and Mrs. Van Gundy and me. We can do really small things, and it's not hard to do real quick. One thing that you can do is use reusable bags at the grocery store. When you go to Walmart or H-E-B or wherever you like to do your grocery shopping, I don't judge. Don't use the plastic bags. Try not to. I try not to. I end up doing it. I'm guilty, absolutely. But try not to. I have a reusable bag next to me. It's nice and beautiful. This little buddy of mine. Just try to go pick one of those up. They're like $2. I don't know. But you get to use them for years and years and years and years, and you never really have to deal with replacing them. I haven't. I've had that one for forever. So just go and ask your parents, hey, can we get some of those reusable bags, because plastics are not that good for the environment. So just try it out. Another thing that's really, really, really hard to do, it takes a little bit of effort because you might be super used to it. Try not to drink out of plastic water bottles anymore. Try not to do that. I see a lot of you guys at school using the reusable, whatever, plastic ones. Those are great. I love it, because you get to use them over and over and over again. And every time you do that, just think about, you're saving a water bottle every single time. So over the course of years and years and years, if you do that, you'll save thousands of water bottles over time, which is really substantial. think about it every day when you're like, oh, I just have this one water bottle. But when you have a water bottle every day and you throw it away every day for 6 years, that's a lot. It's like over 2,000 water bottles just like that. So try to continue using your plastic water bottles that you refill, or the metal ones, or whatever you use, whatever material you like. I don't judge. Um, just try to do that. Just try to do that for me. I try to. I'm really bad about it, but I do my best. Um, One thing that's super duper easy, takes zero effort at all, is turn off the lights. When you go to bed, obviously you turn off the lights. So when you're leaving a room, turn off the lights. When you're, not going to be using your computer for more than probably 5 minutes, go ahead and turn it off. Turn that bad boy off, because it is going to save a lot of energy, which saves the air, which you don't really think about, but it does. Because to get electric energy, a lot of the time we use this thing called fossil fuel, which is very, very bad for our environment. It pollutes the air so much, which in turn gets into our lungs, which is also not good. So again, we're kind of hurting ourselves there. We should stop doing it. So just turn off those lights, turn off those electronics when you're not using them, or at least do your best, because that's all we can really ask of you. Even ask your parents to, start turning off the lights. Hey, see, if you see them, um, turn on a light and then leave the room, just say, hey, next time, don't do that. And they should at least respect the fact that you are trying. So go ahead and ask them to do that. And the last thing that I'd like to talk about you could do, that's kind of a little bit of effort, but it's a really good thing, really important thing to try and do. Go ahead and attempt to walk or bike to school. It's it feels really good when you do it, because you get a little bit of exercise. You feel like you've accomplished something for the day, and it's just a good thing to do, because every time you have to drive your car to school, your mom has to drive you to school and drive you back home. That's just, you do that for 6 months a year, because you're in school for so long that over time you're driving your car miles and miles and miles and miles and miles, and it's not good for the air, for us, for the air, for the animals around us, for everything. It's not good. It's not good. So if you live far away, obviously you don't have to worry about it, because I don't want you to get in trouble. I don't want you to. It's a little dangerous, to be honest with you, if you're too far away. So take precaution there. But if you live close enough to where you think it's safe to walk or bike, ask your parents. Just say, hey, I want to try walking this week. And if you like it, great, keep doing it, because it's saving the environment. If you don't like it, at least you tried. That's all I can ask of you, is to try and help a little bit, and then go from there. So just try and walk. And that's really all I got for you. So have a great day.